Uh-oh. Looks like we're muted. Sorry. What's good, everybody? So we are here on... Oh, it's disgusting. We are here on YouTube. YouTube, that's where we are. Sorry. You know how it is on Wednesdays. We're all over the place. But we are here today to do what we do, which is just hang out with you guys for a little bit. Guys and girls. Guys and gals. Gals and guys. Yeah, so these are a little funny to do because as of now I've had 0 views. That's not true. I think I had 1 view. And I feel sometimes like what's the point? But I know how these things are. You do them, eventually someone will come and check them out, and then so on and so forth. So, what do we want to say? What do we want to say? What do we want to say? Let's start with the introductions. Awesome. So my name's Brian Gurley. I am a composer, producer, content creator, influencer, and an entrepreneur. I'm currently building a company, a brand, I should say. And yeah, so that's me. I'm here every Wednesday, midday. I'm on IGTV or on Instagram Live every day between 10 and 12. And then I'm live on Facebook at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. All of that's Eastern Time. So those are that's a little bit about me. Yeah, so you can check me out at any of those places. Follow me on Monkey D. Brian for music and live experience and all my ideas. Follow me on Brian's Random Thoughts for funny content, and we're gonna be trying to get yeah, some more original content going. We're getting more original content going. So yeah, it's an exciting time. What's going on now? Fires. Oh man, the fires are just so not fun to watch. Makes me very sad. I've seen some very scary videos of what's going on over there, and my heart goes out to everybody involved. And it seems like they don't have any kind of timetable for when it should be over. That to me seems kind of wild, kind of crazy, you know, like I guess, you know, they got to get the water over to them, to the areas. I just don't get it. I really don't understand that. I'm glad that I'm not a part of that kind of world, you know? I mean, every region of America or the world for even has its own like natural disasters or things that they have to worry about. Mute the computer. Yesterday during recording, I had like some unwelcome interruptions. But yeah, you know, so I just thinking about that just makes me a little bit sad. But you know, I'll continue to send my thoughts and prayers. If you haven't read my blog about thoughts and prayers, I highly recommend reading it. Just discusses the issue that really we shouldn't be upset with thoughts and prayers. The issue really is people who only send thoughts and prayers as opposed to actually getting involved, because that's what we need. We need thoughts, prayers, and action. And when it's only thoughts and prayers, that's when you start to have people being a little bit upset and content with it. So yeah. What do we talk about? We talked a little bit. So one thing that's kind of on my mind right now. Well, you know, before I even get into something serious, and it's not really serious, but I have been on a tear in fantasy football. Let me tell you something. This week that just passed, I should have lost. I thought I was going to lose. I had you know, resigned myself to losing, and I have a very, very difficult match this week. The number 1 person in our league, I'm up against her this week. Yes, I said up against her. She is an absolute monster in fantasy football. I would say the average score for our league is somewhere between 115 and 120. A good week for most people is 145. If you get into the 140s, you crushed it. Last week she put up 192. I'll say that again. The average is 120. A great week is in the 140s. Last week she put up 192. I mean, you know. So I mean, I've been, you know, because at the beginning of the week they predict your scores and who should win, and I think the last 3 weeks I've been, except for one, Marissa. When I was going against Marissa, I was projected to win, but every week I've been projected to lose, and I just, you know, I make my adjustments, and it's really exciting, you know. I mean, this is my first time ever being able to completely focus on fantasy, because the last time I did fantasy, partway through the season, I had to go on tour, and what I'm learning about fantasy is that you win and lose fantasy by the waivers. I didn't understand that before. I just thought you picked a good team. If your team's good, you know what I mean? Like, you do good. But it's not just that. It's more than that. It's waivers. You have to make some adjustments. You have to, so here's a good example. I had a player that was questionable. And he was questionable up until like an hour before the game. But I didn't feel comfortable with him. Even if he would have played, I thought, he didn't end up playing. But even if he would have played, I felt like because of the injury he had, he wouldn't be effective. So I pulled him. And I put somebody in that wasn't really a super strong performer. But I just felt like, one, a player versus no player, it's a hands down decision, but he ended up doing good for me, and that's what happened this week, and why I was able to pull out the victory. I had a lot of people just do good. I had one player, Ezekiel Elliott, do great, but everyone else just did good. And while my opponent had several players do great, but then the majority of their team, he either had players do great or they didn't do anything at all. And I had one player do great, one player do really good, and then the rest of my players just all did good. So, I didn't barely win, but, you know, it wasn't a huge victory. But this week I got to figure a way to get points. One of the things I'm thinking about doing is putting in Ben Roethlisberger. That's my quarterback. I have two quarterbacks. I have Aaron Rodgers and Roethlisberger, and it's like, every week I'm just like, should I put Ben in? And if I would have put Ben in, I would have destroyed. I would have posted like 160. And that's important because I'm currently in third place, but I have the same record as the person who's in second place. Now, I think I should be in second because we played each other head to head and I won. But he has like almost 100 more points than me. So, you know, I don't trip too much on it. I'm happy that I got the win though, because the win was over the person who's currently in fourth place. So even if I pick up an L this week, I'm 2 wins ahead of them. And I think even more in front of the rest of the ground. So it's been fun. I've been enjoying fantasy. I didn't pick a lot of my players. Normally, so I'm a Patriots fan, and normally I just find myself, I picked like Brady and Gronk and Edelman, but this year I decided to go with the players that I thought were the best. So it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. What I wanted to talk about before was, so I run an Instagram page, and one of my I run Instagram pages, and I do Instagram consulting. And one of the things that, one of the pages I have is a kind of MMA style page. And I posted a video of the very end. It was a repost from Joe Rogan. and it was the end of the Korean Zombie versus Yair Rodriguez. Now, that was one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing, and the ending, you can't even compare it. I mean, just one of the most insane endings I've ever seen. Jeez. I don't want to go into it. I already talked about it on Instagram like 2 days in a row. So I'm not going to talk about it again. But I posted it, and it was a repost from Joe Rogan, whose video is still up. But I got flagged. And not only did I get flagged, but I got flagged in like the biggest way that I could be flagged. Like normally, I guess like Instagram's like, oh, we think that this might be something else or whatever. And they'll let you know we're gonna mute it. But no, someone flagged it. Someone said, make them take that down. And what sucks about that is like, you're the UFC. Why are you looking at like small pages, worried about views? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. No other company does that. In the food niche, I think I say niche. In the food niche, people get kind of weird sometimes about like reposts if you don't like tag them. And that's cool, I get it. I mean, like, I get it. Something that's a little frustrating is that people wanting credit when they're reposting. Like, what is that? What is that, man? If it's yours, if it's your original content, I get it, man. You should get credit all day, every day. But if you're reposting, the nerve of you to like say you want, I don't care if somebody reposts something that I put out that's not, if it's not mine, then I don't care if they give me credit or not. There's 4 billion people using Instagram, man, you know? And it's the reason why I think the UFC is going to crumble and fail. The UFC is MySpace. The UFC is Yahoo, you know? They're just too big. They think that they're not going to fall. And they're going to fall. And I tell you what, man, I had my doubts about Facebook, but now I'm really, really immersing myself in Facebook advertising. Holy crap. They're not going anywhere for a while. I mean, of course, most things fall. But I mean, we've been rocking with ABC, Fox, and all these places for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like for a minute. And I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. Oh my gosh. It's just so crazy what you can do with advertising on Facebook. I mean, let me just stop. I don't want to get in. I don't want to make this an advertisement. YouTube, I think they got to be careful. And then you always got to keep your eye out for what's next, you know? What is it, Twix? The gaming? That's a pretty cool idea. Just making it easy for people. Making it easy for people to, you know, I don't know what it is, like stream or let people watch them play games. It's like, what is it, is PewDiePie or whatever, how you say his name? Hey, I don't get everything, but that's going to be something. If I had the money right now, I would invest in, I think it's called Twitch, maybe. Because it's right. People like it. I'm actually pretty excited about the thought that, oh my goodness, my radiator burning my comforter. Anyway, I get pretty excited about the idea that people are making money off games. I wish I was better at games. I wish I still played Madden. But we're in an exciting time, man. Things are changing. You know, what you used to do to make money, it's not as profitable. You gotta stay up. And I'm really excited. For the first time, I feel like I'm involved in something that's still on the cutting edge. And I got in just enough time. Like, I feel like I've always just missed the ball. You know, like when I came to New York, like jazz clubs were closing, and like all the people that are like my contemporaries were like already established, and you know, whatever. Then I got into commercial writing for commercials, and I feel like I just missed that. You know, I feel like if I would have started writing for commercials right in 2010 or even earlier, like 2005, man, if I was in 2005, oh my gosh, I would have crushed. I would have crushed. I would have crushed it. Um, I mean, because I write great music. I'm a great composer, but nowadays it's just so competitive, and it's not really about what's good or what's bad. It's about who you know, and that's everything. You know, that's everything. I had a big break yesterday that I think is going to work out, and if it works out, it's not going to be that I'm so good. I mean, I'm able to do the job, but it's just who you know, and it's one of the reasons why I have faith. You know, and I'm so big on my faith because I know that I have a plethora of things that in the right hands can be that joint, you know. Um, so I don't know. I'm excited. I haven't been this excited in a while. I'm trying to remain cautiously optimistic, but I'm very optimistic. I'm very excited because you know I've been praying for this, and I've been hoping for this. I've been working at this stuff, and I've been doing 20-minute live videos on YouTube with nobody here, but it's still making me better. You know, and the good thing about this, like on my Instagram live, they're here and then they're gone. And I like that about Facebook too. It's like there, but with this and Facebook, it's there. And so like when I make it, when I'm making money and I'm doing these things, people can come back and see. Brian was doing YouTube live every Wednesday for 20 minutes with nobody watching, with no guests yet. You know, before I get to a place where I can have guests on, before I have like the official camera, the better camera. He was doing it on his phone. He was using what he had. You know, and that's what it's about, man. And that's why I'm so excited. Like it's looking like I'm gonna have my first break. And I'm just so thankful to God, and I'm just so blessed. But you know, it's hard work. But it's not. It doesn't feel hard because I'm excited. You know, it's gonna be. This is like something that will allow me to say, you know, do I want to do it or do I not want to do it? And that's powerful, and that's such a liberating thing, and that takes away so much stress. So anyway. If you check this out in the future, I hope you enjoy it. I plan on looking at all these in the future and enjoying it. And congratulations to all that you've accomplished, Brian. To everyone who's now looking at these videos, thank you. And keep watching and keep supporting because we're only just getting started.